Matthew chapter 13. That same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat beside the sea. Great crowds assembled around him, so that he went into a boat and sat there, and the whole assembly stood on the shore. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, Listen, a sower went out to sow. While he sowed, some seeds fell beside the path, and the birds came and devoured them. But other seeds fell on rocky ground, where they did not have much soil, and immediately they sprang up, because they did not have deep soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and because they did not take root, they withered away. Some seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. But other seeds fell into good ground and produced grain, 160 or 30 times as much. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. The disciples came and said to him, Why do you speak to them in parables? He answered them, It is given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For to him who has will more be given, and he will have abundance. But from him who has not, even what he has will be taken away. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because they look but do not see, they listen but they do not hear, neither do they understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which says, By hearing you will hear and shall not understand, and seeing you will see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart has grown dull, their ears have become hard of hearing, and they have closed their eyes, lest they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and turn, and I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For truly I say to you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. Therefore listen to the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom, and does not understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away what was sown in his heart. This is the one who receives seed beside the path. But he who receives the seed on rocky ground is he who hears the word, and immediately receives it with joy. Yet he has no root in himself, but endures for a while. For when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, eventually he falls away. He also who receives seed among the thorns is he who hears the word, but the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becomes unfruitful. But he who receives seed on the good ground is he who hears the word and understands it, who indeed bears fruit. Some produce 160 or 30 times what was sown. He told them another parable, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. But when the shoots have sprung up and produced fruit, the weeds also appeared. So the servants of the landowner came and said to him, Sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? Then where did the weeds come from? He said to them, An enemy did this. The servants said to him, Will you then have us go and gather them up? But he said, No, lest while you gather up the weeds, you pull up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather up the weeds first, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. He told them another parable, saying, The kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. This indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and is a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in its branches. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast, which a woman took and mixed in 60 pounds of meal, until it had leavened the whole batch. Jesus said all these things to the crowds in parables, and without a parable he did not speak to them, to fulfill what was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will say things which have been kept secret since the foundation of the world. Then Jesus sent the crowds away and went into the house, And his disciples came to him, saying, "Explain to us the parable of the weeds of the field." He answered, "He who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed are the sons of the kingdom. But the weeds are the sons of the evil one. The enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. Therefore, as the weeds are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send out his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend and those who do evil, and will throw them into a fiery furnace. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field, which a man found and hid, and with joy over it he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking beautiful pearls, who, on finding one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was cast into the sea, and gathered all kinds of fish. When it was full, they drew it to shore, sat down, and gathered the good into baskets, but threw the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels will come out and separate the evil from the righteous, and throw them into the fiery furnace. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Jesus said to them, "Have you understood all of these things?" They said to him, "Yes, Lord." Then he said to them, "Therefore every scribe who is discipled for the kingdom of heaven is like a man who is master of the household, who brings out of his treasure new and old things." When Jesus finished these parables, he departed from there. When he came to his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, so that they were astonished and said, "Where did this man get this wisdom and these mighty works? Is he not the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And are not his brothers James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And his sisters, are they not all with us? Where then did this man get all these things?" And they took offense at him. But Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his own country and in his own house." And he did not do many mighty works there because of their unbelief.